Okay, you guys, let's jump into hot topics today. So, Chris Brown is ordered to pay $13 million after jury finds him liable in housekeeping dog attack case that left her permanently disfigured despite her original seeking $90 million. So, according to the court testimony, the housekeeper Maria was taken out the trash when Chris Brown, Caucasian Shepherd dog, alleged attacked her without warning. She claimed the dog bit her face, arm, and foot, leaving her covered in blood and requiring emergency surgery. Miss Maria has said she continued to suffer from permanent scarring, nerve damage, and vision issues as a result of the attack. During the trial, Chris Brown came outside. He alleged he came outside while she was laying injured in the driveway, but left the scene instead of calling 911. Brown testified that he checked to see if she was breathing, secured the dogs, and relied on members of his security team to handle the emergency before leaving after being told first responders was on their way. Now, let's get into it. So this really was something that I wanted to speak on and stuff like that, because I know people love their animals, and and you have people all in the comments kind of giving different reviews on this and stuff like that. Some people feel like, hey, it's not his fault, and some people are feeling like it's 100% his fault, or he definitely should be liable for this situation. He's responsible for this situation. And of course it's 50-50. Crazy thing about it, like I was saying in other videos, it's so crazy how people show celebrities so much grace. They show them so much grace. They give them so many opportunities. They let certain things go by or be handled, and they just feel like because this celebrity then moonwalked all around the stage, then twirled their body, then then got some good songs and stuff like that, that when it comes down to crimes and vicious incidents and stuff like that, it's so much grace and mercy. Now, they were saying that Chris Brown, I remember them a couple of probably like months or whatever ago, that Chris Brown they did read in a statement that he did not call 911, or he didn't put it out there at first because he did not want it to get to the media, because he just felt like the media have already spun the narrative and tried to cancel him and tried to paint him to be like this, horrible person and woo woo la la. So he just felt like, hey, I don't even want to be near it. Now, I personally thought that he was on tour or something, and then this happened, and he told his people, like, don't put it out there. I did not know this man was in the driveway. And to me, that just makes it worse. That makes it like 10 times worse, especially when you feel like that a lot of people are holding things over your head from the past that you cannot control anymore, or you have changed and you're trying to, show people that you are a new person and you're not the old person that was younger, that made mistakes and, different type of stuff like this. This did not help the case. Now, people are feeling like, well, we can't, it's not his fault. Yes, it was his dog, but he's not responsible when it comes down to the dog attacking someone. Maybe the dog felt this and that. First of all, the lady taking out the trash. She taking out some trash. Unless the dog had, some weed or some drugs or some something up in there that he felt like that was able to protect. She's going the opposite way. She's taking out trash. She's doing her job. And not trying to be funny, for the dog to sit up here and attack her, this is what I don't understand when it comes down to dog owners. You cannot be upset the way of how people react or how they feel when it comes down to your pet, your animal. I do not like when people feel like that just because they have a dog. For example, they can have a big dog or a small dog. Have you ever been in a situation a dog is coming near you or an animal is coming near you, and then the owner is like, oh, don't move, don't do this. They don't bite. Baby, I don't know this dog don't know me. You don't know what type of trauma I hold. And at the end of the day, it's just like, of course, you don't want me to move, step, do this, make a wrong, any type of gesture, because then your dog is going to turn into something that you're not used to. And it's kind of like, I never understood that, like how people feel like their animal or their pet is supposed to react, or you know what I'm saying, or how they're gonna react. Like, you thinking, oh, okay, yeah, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, my dog is gonna be good. They don't bite. You don't know that. You don't know what this dog thinking. You don't know what I'm thinking, because now this dog didn't come towards me. I'm terrified for all the dogs. You telling me not to run. I'm trying to get out the dog way, but you telling me no, stay in it, stay in the mix. I'm just sorry. I had to just say that, because I feel like a lot of times dog owners are not realistic when it comes down to how their dog can react. Now, do I feel like that he just knew that his dog was going to attack this lady and stuff like that? No. And it's no excuse. I don't care what y'all say when it comes down to a pet or anything. It's no excuse, or it's no reason for you to sit up here and make an excuse of why this animal attacked a human being, period. Out of there. This lady, like she said, and say, she's dealing with nerve damage. Her face is disfigured, you know, and stuff like that. And people are feeling like, oh, well, she's doing a money grab. 90 million is extreme. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying about how sometimes I just hate it, because, like, for example, this is the reason why when it comes down to showing these jobs in your workplace and putting it on a high pedestal, like you feeling like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Do your job and keep it pushing. And don't ever feel bad for speaking up, or, you know what I'm saying, reporting something, or letting something be known, or, you know, when it's misconduct at the workplace. Because for Chris Brown to literally come outside, check on her, and then you sit up here and leave, or you leave the scene and you don't want to call 911. Yeah, you check to make sure she was breathing, but just imagine you laying down, you have already been attacked by their animal, and then on top of that, they're checking to make sure you breathing. They are telling people to call the police, but then when a scene go down, you're literally nowhere to be found. You're nowhere to be found. You left, you're gone. And then on top of that, you are telling your security and different people like that, don't call the police or don't report it as the police. Really? Really? And it's sad to say, but I really feel like that if the lady had memory loss and stuff like that, I think he would have lied and blamed it on somebody else. He would have just lied and said, it's a gated community. He probably would have told the people, oh yeah, it was just, you know, random. It was a random vicious thing. That scares me. And I don't care what y'all sit up here and say, but that right there alone, to me, speaks value. And that's the reason why you cannot take your workplace and these jobs to heart. Because when it comes down to them protecting their reputation and their image, they're going to take you through there. They gonna go. You could have been the best worker there was, but when it comes down to their reputation and their business and their company at risk, they gonna do whatever it takes. They gonna pull up all type of, oh well, we pulled up a video from when you first started 5 years ago, and you know what I'm saying, you remember you clocked in the wrong way. They're going to find a loophole somewhere in there. So it's like, don't show them grace. I feel like when she said 90 million, yeah, she's standing on that 90. Now let's just be honest. Yeah, 90 million is a lot, and she probably was just trying to go for a high bid. Because you know how it go when you trying to go for a high bid. You literally, you know, go for the highest bid. Whatever they land. But I do feel like that this lady is going to deal with this for the rest of her life. You know, we don't know her pain and suffering. So yeah, grace is definitely something that she should be shown, regardless of it being Chris Brown. I feel like if this was another pet owner, I think that, I want to say they probably would be locked up. Yeah, she probably wouldn't even be able to get the millions, but they would have probably been locked up, or they would have been definitely, like, something would have happened way worse than versus money. And yeah, so what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that Chris Brown was in the right for him to feel like that the media was going to spin it and, you know, it was going to be bad on him? Do you feel like that the amount of money that the lady had received, it was too much, it was too less, why or why not? What are you guys' opinion on this? As a pet owner, do you feel like that if your animal attacks someone, what do you feel like the consequence should be? You know, let me know, y'all. Like, you know, talk to your girl.